Everybody, clearing. All right, so today I'm gonna do another different kind of thing. Let's see how it goes. First off, I'm gonna check in and see what are the themes in the dynamics at this time. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for where the connections are at that I channel for these beautiful, aligned, high frequency connections? What can we see? Masculines on the left, feminines on the right. Oh, oh, okay. So there are things that neither see coming into the near future. We have brand new cycle in the connection space. A lot of emotion for the masculines that's begging to be expressed. They are holding back right now and it's crashing in. Feminines, passions building. So I'm hearing feminines are getting their mojo back. So if you have gone through a dip with libido feminines, that should be changing right about now. Having said that, let's have a look at the sensual connection. What is the masculine holding back about regarding intimacy? Five of Roses. This is a card of separation in most decks. So this being left out in the cold or being on the outside, not in that inner access right now, is what the masculines are kind of a little bit pent up about, possibly. So this says, expect disruption, a sharp realization that you've been mistaken in what you think is important. Oh, appreciate the love and healing you receive. Okay, so masculines have realized that they had their priorities wrong, and now they're a little bit like, buddy, what am I supposed to do now? Okay. Let's have a look at the feminines with this passion rising. So you're in luck, masculines, because the feminines look like they are flowering, becoming ready to, welcome you back in. It would stand to reason that it would go hand in hand with the feminines desiring more intimacy with you, and now you coming to that awareness that possibly you chose the grass being greener, whether that's chasing finances, establishing, perfectionism, trying to work on yourself, and it never being good enough, choosing somebody else, choosing something else, whatever the third energy was that you did a detour with. The feminines are starting to feel like they would like to connect again somehow, some way. What can we see though? The intimacy. Knight of Feathers in the inverse. So that's the Knight of Swords. In other decks, I read that as not talking, being aware of the communication not being available between the two, wanting to say something and not saying it, holding back, feeling like they can't communicate to you first about certain things, masculines, that you're going to have to admit to these emotions, admit to the love, come clean about your truth. I'm hearing eat crow, but it's not that crazy. Like, you can drop ego and just say, hey, I was wrong. I was mistaken. I really should have chosen you. I do choose you. But Knight of Feathers in the inverse, don't argue just for the sake of it or cover up your true desires. So both are like, yeah, feminines are getting called out, masculines. We've got a mirroring thing here where, hey, yeah, the elephant's in the room is that no matter what, through everything, everybody still just wants each other and would like to connect on a deeper level. So there is something that is not seen coming up into the future. But let's see, I did have a bunch of other decks here. Let's have a look at the energetic shift here. What's going on in the energetic realms for the masculines regarding this new cycle coming in? Power, authority, influence, ambition. You're stepping into your masculinity. You're taking charge. This is leadership in these connections. These connections are set for reunion, coming back in, And it looks like you're going to take this step, masculines, to bring yourself in from the prodigal energy. This ambition, influence, authority, power. So when you deny yourself your true calling, your true purpose, you also negate your feminine. It goes hand in hand. Your feminine, you know, whatever the grass was telling you was greener or whatever on the other side, your feminine represents your highest timelines. Union with your feminine is on your highest ambitious timelines, influential timelines, the things you're a specialist in, the authority that you bring as a soul, and your empowerment. And so your feminine is that perfect partner for that. It is synonymous. Masculines are realizing this. It has to do with self-worth, masculines. But let's see about the feminines. What is the energetic progress here for feminines? Galactic Council Crest, spiritual sovereignty, astral travel, and timelessness. Yeah, you know that this love light burns when it's mutual. And so it is timeless, because as soon as it aligns again, as soon as the masculines start realizing the error of their previous explorations or choices, you start getting that pull again, feminines. And so because you're spiritually sovereign, you know when it's codependent and when it's in alignment. And you don't need your masculine to tell you or to make actions for you to start feeling these winds of change and know that something is brewing. Yeah, you don't even have to have communication. So your intuition is on point, feminines. Okay, let's have a quick look at what do the masculines need to clear for this in this new cycle. What's being cleared? We are getting Knight of Pentacles and Eight of Wands. Okay, so masculines, you've been working on yourselves. You've been building this new foundation internally in preparation for what comes next. That is the spiritual law of increase, of growth. And this has been an energetic sharing with your feminine. So you've still been thinking about your feminine. You've been taking instruction from things that have played out. You've still been considering their influence in your life. You've been utilizing that sight unseen, even when you're not in direct communication or focusing on the romantic connection. You're still using that for your betterment. There's still a spiritual development, a life path development, inspiration in business, inspiration in art, anything you're doing all day long, every day. I just heard it's drawing on this connection. It's your primary connection, whether you're physically in a relationship or not. And just pay attention where that influence shared between the two of you is bettering your outlook on life, your mood, your choices, what you think is possible, all of it. Really be in gratitude. You know, you don't need to have been here when you first met. Your journey is unique to you, and it wasn't by chance. It was here to teach you the things you've learned. And so be grateful that you now know it. What can we see for what the feminines are clearing and moving beyond? Or what they've just cleared and moved into that's allowing for this new leap of faith beginning? Lord of Blended Pleasure, Four of Cups. So yeah, it's not one or the other. It's a mix. It's gratitude for all of it. There's a maturity here for the feminines as well, in appreciation for what has happened and what can happen now, without needing it to have been a continuity on the surface. There is something here that's talking about the spaciousness, the heating, the cooling, the duality, the mix of energies. Okay, what can we see for what the, let's do feminines need to know about the masculines at this time? That they are coming back around for this love, and they're keeping an open mind. So they don't have a specific agenda anymore. They're dropping expectations. They're dropping their ego. They're dropping figuring or thinking that they know all the answers. They're also letting go of wounding from past relationships and childhood they're looking at this as an overview. They're looking at life and relationships as lessons now. They are finishing that cycle. The World is the card right before this brand new beginning. And so they are finalizing their previous cycle with a life review kind of thing, tying it up in a bow, really getting the wisdom out of it so they can come forward to this love unburdened, without the baggage from the past. So feminines, your masculine is putting down the baggage. They are putting themselves first. What can the masculines see about the feminines right now? One card. Into the near future. Oh my gosh, so we got the King of Swords. Wow. So, and the Ace of Swords just popped over on the deck in front of me by accident. That is not by chance. So there's something about your feminine that you just don't know yet, masculines. This communication that hasn't happened, you know, when you go all in and you actually stop resisting this connection, you're going to fall so hard in love when you take that approach of really looking beyond all the surface, beyond all the obstacles, beyond all of the preconceptions, the expectations, attachment to outcome. If you just show up, you're going to see things in a radically different way, masculines, and you're going to fall in love, is what I'm hearing. This says, Lord of the root of the powers of air. So you're going to start thinking about this in a whole new way, and you already have, or this message wouldn't be coming up. So now it's all about the portals, possibilities, and options, rather than your, you know, preconceived ideas that would be within your control. You're putting down that sense of having to have it all figured out, and this is more that educated winging it. You're winging it. So King of Swords, to clarify, King of Swords, how do I do this? Okay, so I'm just getting the sense first off that this is going to be, both don't know what's coming next. You have to just meet in this round table energy and pretend like you've never met each other before. It is really like you're coming together, having no preconceived notions other than you just adore the heck out of this person. But what is the advice for the masculines in this uncharted territory? Oh, King of Pentacles. Keep an open mind about commitment or not here, about life partnership, about, you know, all of it. And I'm not saying that you won't fall madly in love and not want to be with your feminine, but stay balanced. You're going to miss the nuance, the details, the falling in love. Like, show up, masculine, and start to see why you've been divinely aligned, or the universe has kind of put the two of you together. Show up and just be curious. Ask questions. You know, like, just know that your feminine wants to get to know you too. Don't pretend for a second that you know it all. Take it slow. Just take a deep breath. Be curious. What can we see for the... I always love this card because he's got such a beautiful smile. There's a lone wolf energy, but there is this new beginning showing up, and this masculine is like, yeah, just feeling the peace, feeling the love, feeling the balance coming in that allows for this to actually just be what it's going to be and let it unfold. What is the advice for the feminines? Yeah, also in the neutral, this is stepping out of comfort zone. It's a twin flamey card, but it's really leaving your kind of predictions and intuition behind, and, you know, also showing up in curiosity and neutrality, because you don't know what this adventure will hold. You don't know what inspiration is about to be revealed. Nobody knows right now. I'm going to get one higher contemplation card. What can these couples see for what comes next? Integration. Release worries, commit to your well-being, Be patient with yourself. You are growing. You are blessed. Okay, so what we don't see coming is as we continue to release worry and come into a more positive filter, a more love-based lens, you commit to your well-being, your self-love, and your own primary relationship, which is your emotional equilibrium. Be patient with yourself. It's a process. To come into that is a way of life. You are growing. We're not meant to be here by now. This is right on time, right on track, and you are blessed, or you would not have tasted a love like this. You're integrating it though, so it does take time to have it integrate. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so now let's get into what can we see for the usual daily counterpart messages for the masculines. How are they thinking about these connections and their feminine? How are they feeling on the heart space and their feminine? What are their wishes to manifest? What are their actions, their challenges, the spirit-guided solution for those challenges? What is the direction in the near future? What do the feminines need to know about where the masculines are at? And what are the feminines thinking and feeling and about all the same things? And what do the masculines need to know about the feminines in that regard? Okay. So let's see, masculines, how they're looking at the connection right now. Ooh, depth. Yeah, they're catching stride with the wisdom, the depth, the exquisite nature of their feminine. There's something that's come to light about how much love, capacity, how much is a choice for the feminine, a divine feminine to love the masculine because they do. Because it's legitimate, not because it's needy, not because it's agenda. Masculines are seeing this deepest knowing revealed. I just heard it's continuing to stay light. It's continuing to stay fresh. It's continuing to stay present. And the masculines are excited about that. What do the feminines need to know? This connection is secure. It's not just starting at ground zero. There is a foundation here. There's a foundation. I love how these bands are connected. This one is the infinity symbol, but these other bands, you know, I think of it as like electromagnetic or emotional physical, and it's like my funny little synergy mime. That was sign language for, I don't know what it was really for, quantum entanglement. I don't know. If you know sign language for quantum entanglement, I would really love to see what that looks like. Is it this? Let's add it to that dictionary. What are the feminines thinking about the connections right now? 8 of Cups, that they're really appreciative that they've balanced out and are no longer chasing. They're no longer in over emotionality. They've walked away from that so they can, you know, chill out when things feel intense. The feminines can take a breather and not really feel maxed out. What do the masculines need to know about that? This sovereignty, this, yeah, it just is what it is. This is the security, the wholeness that comes with just being secure. Secure. These are secure relationship connections. Talking about attachment styles, these are 2 people that have healed and are coming into secure attachment styles. Beautiful. What are the masculines thinking of the feminine? 5 of Wands. Wow. So this is quite a dancey kind of 5 of Wands. It looks pretty choreographed and in flow, and I'm just taking this to be the feminine doing all the things that the divine feminines can do. There's such a flow and multitasking and just like being able to juggle a whole lot of things. Your masculine feminines is seeing you as so ultra capable and just flowing with life's challenges and really able to do anything that you put your mind to. Very gifted, very intelligent, very creative, very talented. What do the feminines need to know about that? I'm just hearing that as you become aware of how exquisite and extraordinary and badass you are, this is going to allow you to spread these wings. It's like they see your potential beyond what you see in yourself. And so keep freeing yourself, feminines. Keep spreading these wings. Keep up leveling on this truth of who you're meant to be, not in competition, not people pleasing, not buying into people's sentiments that are more fearful than you are. This is about you rising up and continuing to show yourself and the world what you're made of, and you know what turns you on, what is exciting for you, your brand of fun, your adventure. What are the feminines thinking of their masculine? This, wow. Ooh, cool message. The sun in the reverse. So yeah, they really love you, masculines, but they are finally focusing on themselves. It's like they're leaving well enough alone. If you're not communicating, if you're not coming forward, they're just like, oh, no news is good news. I'm going to keep doing me. I'm going to keep taking care of business. I'm just going to keep being that boss, bossing up. What do the masculines need to know about that? Page of Wands, your feminine is truly happy and they're just following intuitive guidance. So there's no game playing in this. Sometimes masculines, you might think that you needed to have a strategy and like, why did they do that? And what are they thinking? And all of this. Just know that your feminine is happy and focused on high frequency guidance. And they are taking care of all of that because they are focusing on themselves and really in flow. I'm hearing the guides say, don't be getting all up in fear, masculines, and making that a thing that you don't want to come in and wreck. That's not what it's about. Your feminine has finally caught stride with wholeness, and that is when you are supposed to come in. That's when that alignment can go to the next level. What can we see for the masculine's heart space about these connections? Oh, the Lovers, yeah. So this is like the inner feminine. There too. Women on this card, so take gender how it resonates in your connection, but this can also be the masculine's inner feminine intuition that is an affinity with the external feminine. So on the heart space, there is an inclusion of the feminine, the consideration of their own intuition, their own feminine, and the external feminine. So there's more of an ability to relatability between the masculine's own intuition. It's like the feminine, external feminine is starting to make a lot more sense in how the feminine navigates and thinks and feels. I'm hearing men are from Mars, women are from Venus or whatever. It's now more unified. Within, with union within, it's not so polarized as one or the other. There's this inclusive energy that it's all part of this beautiful, lush experience. What can we see for what the feminines need to know about that? Baby steps. There's that infinity symbol again, and these butterfly wings. We are poised and ready for this to become more foundational in the physical. Pentacles are about things coming in slow and steady into the physical as there's a revelation of what these alchemical and balanced energies are like within. As we anchor that, as we become more conscious of how that feels internally, the awkward energy, the weirdness goes away, and we can actually see that other person that is our counterpart more clearly in real time. And so I'm getting there are going to be steps towards this more and more. It's starting to come in. What are the feminines feeling on the heart space? 9 of Cups, they're just wishing for you with all their heart. There is none other for them than you, masculines. What is the advice that the masculines need to know about that? Page of Cups. Okay, song syncs. And this really beautiful high frequency stuff. So if it's a lame anti-love song, masculines, it's not a song sync. Only the really juicy good ones are coming from your feminine's higher self right now. So basically, if you're buying into any fear, you got it wrong. And especially if it makes you feel like you're suffering and it's like, oh, I didn't see that coming, that hurts, ouch. No, that's not what you need to be thinking about. It's all good right now. It's all harmony. What can we see for the masculines on the heart space for their feminine? Yeah, direct line, main line of telepathic, energetic connection here. You're really feeling, masculines are really feeling the love right now. They're feeling in tune. They're feeling like they are able to really understand the feminine. There is a really organic kind of open energy that I'm feeling here, where it's becoming more accessible, more practical. What do the feminines need to know about this? Yeah. You know, I'm hearing how thunder breaks the sound barrier. I think, does it? I don't know. I think that's what happens. The lightning strikes and then like it breaks the dimensions and thunder happens. It's kind of like that. There's a breakthrough. There is a breakthrough of energy right now where suddenly it's possible in the physical. There's something of a readiness. There's something of divine timing. There's something of an overnight kind of instantaneous accessibility coming into the connections from the masculines on the heart space. It's like they can now. They can feel it. It feels justified. It feels real. A lot of that divine gag order. It's like the divine gag order that I talk about, where they feel like they can't communicate, or it's not time yet, or they feel held back. It feels like that is shifting, and it's one step more materialized. What do the feminines have going on? Two of Cups. Yeah, with the Nine of Cups, wishing for this. And on the heart space, there's a deep calling it in. This is, you know, feeling it in the souls. The feminines are calling it in. I know that I've been going into that place where I just feel it. I've been smiling a lot for no reason in the last couple of days. Last weekend, I cried and purged. It was holy tears coming out this part of my eyes. And they just kept coming for 2 or 3 days. It just kept coming and rolling. I was like, I didn't drink this much water. I better go drink some water. And now I've just had this incredible heart-opening, heartwarming. What do the masculines need to know? Chariot, things are moving forward. Yeah, it does feel like this is go time for things to start to come into the physical, getting to know each other in real life. What can we see for the manifestations the masculines want? Yeah. They want to focus on the energetic connection. They don't just want to focus on, you know, details in the 3D. This is the Three of Coins. This is the justified working together as a team. This is energetic teamwork. This is grounded, spiritually grounding, spiritually grounded, justified, so that, you know, when these connections start becoming more publicly evident, that there is such a backing energetically, a founded reason that these things have come together, these connections have aligned. The masculines want to keep manifesting that synergy behind the scenes. What do the feminines need to know about that? That you don't know all of the things that they are doing to correct their previous misconceptions about what that actually is. They are giving themselves confirmation self-talks, affirmations. They're viewing this connection behind the scenes. You don't know about this. They haven't told you this yet, but they are doing this. They're really looking at the energetics and how these connections make sense. Validating, appreciating, consciously. Where are the feminines at with what they want to manifest? Three of Cups. So we got threes, both reducing to the twos. When it's in the inverse like that, this is that calling it in feeling. We got the Two of Cups here. This also alludes to the Two of Cups. So just continuing to call it in, to receive. Feminines are in real receptive mode right now, just calling it in. And masculines, this is, you know, pulling you out of just a material realm assessment of connection and dropping you into the heart, dropping you into intuition. What is the information that the masculines need to know about the feminines? The feminines are learning their worthiness. They're embodying it while they call in this love from you. What it actually is like is the feminines are feeling how worthy they are of your love and how much of a match they are for you. They're seeing how they would choose them if they were you. Instead of wondering why you are rejecting them or feeling like they can't compete with other feminines, the feminines are finally, the divine feminines are finally understanding who they are enough to know why you would choose them. And they're feeling you. They're feeling the feeling of being chosen by you. They're feeling it in their cells. They're starting to feel it happen. So feminines, it's so beautiful, because your ego wants to tell you you're doing that, but you are an instrument. You're a barometer. You are reading the potentials available to you. And so if you're feeling inspired to call it in like that, it's because it's calling you in. What you want is wanting you. And so you think you're responsible for that, but your ego is really just reading the potentials of it already happening. It's already becoming. Our ego is a really interesting thing. It tries to take credit for the things that already are. So if you are already questioning things, or if you're already feeling the potentials of things, that's because it's already happening, and that's the best your ego can do to tip you off to it. Oh my goodness, what a great message. So yeah, masculines, your feminines are at that stage where they're feeling you coming in, because they're feeling their worthiness. It's a chicken and an egg. What can we see for the actions the masculines are wishing to take? They want to make more time to really let this truth sink in. They're coming out of the third-party heartache. Masculines, you are starting to catch these glimmers of grounding, realistic embodiment, and knowing. You're starting to see that what you thought in the past was too good to be true is actually more accessible. It's starting to come in. You're seeing a way for it to happen. What do the feminines need to know about this? You don't need to know anything. There's that sun in the reverse. Keep doing what you're doing, feminines, because you are calling in your masculine, and you're right where you need to be pleasantly surprised when your masculine is like, tap, 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 hello. How's it going? What can we see for the feminines? Strength, yeah, stay in your humility. Don't be in victim, blame, rejection. And I know most of the divine feminines that watch my channel are nowhere in that anymore, but there are little reverberations of it. So just keep focused on this eternal love. How many times have we seen this in this reading today? And what is what is the masculine needing to know? So your feminine and you are going through this deep internal intuitive confirmation first person. This is the aspect of the high priestess that knows within. Doesn't have to ask for things, validation outside of oneself. It's all this knowing. It's the feeling it. It's the knowing it's real. Be still and know. This is the calling it in. Wow, this is really beautiful. I'm seeing the feminine's hearts as having a gravity greater than the sun, and the masculines coming in for a love landing. So beautiful. What can we see for was this the challenge? Which one were we at? Nope, we are on the challenge right now. Divine timing, waiting it out for divine timing. What do the feminines need to know? Masculines are also doing the inner work to anchor this intuitive stuff, to anchor the knowledge of when to take action, what to say, how to say it, what to see, how to see it. Masculines are finding it within themselves to be given this instruction to read their own telltale signs, to trust their intuition. We saw that lover's energy where they're anchoring their own feminine, which does subtly feel into the heart-based intuitive instruction. You know, gut instinct is one thing, but also the heart sensitivity isn't just survival instincts and material realm navigation. This is a next level loving specialization that your dear masculine masters are honing as they come into union. They are being shown this as they go through that motion. It's teaching them as they are saying yes to it every step of the way. What can we see for the feminines? The World. So the feminines right now, you know, are completing karmic things. That goes hand in hand with the divine timing. This came out in the inverse as well. So masculines, as you're feeling that this wheel of fortune turning towards go time with your feminine, they are also letting go of certain things and adjusting their thoughts and overcoming certain things. This can be travel, this can be closing the gap, this can be, you know, it comes after the judgment card, where the feminines have seen what they need to overcome. They have overcome, and it's like the last details are being sorted. They know, it's like the feminines have the light at the end of the tunnel. What is the information the masculines need to know? Oh, you already know, masculines. This is your person. This is the hubby card, the one that shows up, the commitment. Yeah, you're just waiting for that readiness to come in and offer commitment, aren't you, masculines? So feminines, continue to balance out. You know what it is that you still need to tie up in a bow, never to have to deal with again, or never have to balance out again. And yeah, you know that when you are actually free and clear to pursue, that you will have earned your stripes and come through the rite of passage, and the phoenix will have risen, and you will be commitment ready. This is also, masculines, your feminine anchoring their inner masculine, because they've taken care of business, they've activated, they've done what they've needed, and then they become free and clear to pursue. But just like the intuition of the masculines, connecting with the external feminines, when you take care of business and you boss up like this in your own life, that's what calls in an external counterpart that matches you. When you are free and clear to pursue, that's what clicks. What can we see for the solution to this? Five of Pentacles. This is the Queen of Wands holding the staff and bringing themselves out from the cold. So this is the activation. This is the mastery coming in, the spiritual embodiment. The Queen of Wands as an energy is my master. It's my martial artist flow and grace. So it's like using the energies that are coming at you and around you, and understanding how to incorporate all of that for flow and grace and maximum momentum. There's a momentum that is being embodied here to come out of these deep masterclass sovereignty periods of time where we've had to really specialize in being our own best version for self. So masculines, the solution here is for you also to really see this as a joint effort, that nobody's the odd one out, that this is a beautiful becoming for both to be self-directed, self-guided. And I'm getting, because this other individual is kind of side-eye to the feminine here, who's not really noticing that a lot of people are watching you, masculines, how you're solving these logistics and puzzles for your own life. You are so influential, and so many people are watching you come into this. What do the feminines need to know? It is about this evolution. The Wheel of Fortune is here now in the upright, that it is about the independent becoming, the sovereign becoming of each person in these dynamics. And when both come into their self-directed spiritual sovereignty, where they are now fully connected to source, it clicks, it spins that wheel. Where are the feminines at with the solution? Seven of Cups in the inverse means all the confusion is going away, and the energy is splitting. That one unconditional love of self and other is the Holy Grail being illuminated here. So everything that is not love, just keep focused on it. What is it that the masculines need to see? Knight of Cups. I'm just getting masculines to really congratulate your feminine, you know, support them, encourage them, speak out that you're proud of them. Let them know that you see them focusing on what really matters. Point out those specific things. This is a love offer. This is a kind word. This is an affirmation to your feminine. Encourage. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And I know people comment because I usually say that, but this is the opposite. Whatever that opposite is, like, adore your feminine for the rare, beautiful master they are to manage their energy and be so love-filled. Like, fall in love with your darn feminine already, masculine, and to their face. Like, just start telling them how great they are. Just you watch how that mutuality just becomes absolutely love-filled. It always strikes me as so interesting that on these journeys of true alignment, you don't have to fake it. You know, the short-term love bubbles that happen in karmic scenarios, but then behind closed doors, there's still bickering and pettiness and power struggle. These connections don't have that. These connections don't have that. It's all harmony and it's truly love. We're getting rid of all those other things so that we can actually come together. Having said that, what is the direction in the near future? Two of Swords, blockages going away, conflict of interest going away. Oof, I'm having a big deja vu right now. Doorways opening for the masculines and the feminines. There is a meeting point that's coming to highlight here. I'm getting a bit of a tender energy about this, that it's in the nick of time, like it's coming down to the wire, and that there's going to be a need to vocalize certain things instead of guesswork and stuffing things down and carpet sweeping and being afraid to ask the right questions and you know, making assumptions about what each are up to. This is about impeccable, fearless, you know, just ease in communication. There's no longer a polarizing or separation mentality here. This is assuming the love. This is knowing the love. This is embodying the love and being unafraid or unbothered, untriggered to talk about anything anymore. Truly, with no animosity, no resentment, no secret harbored anything. This is the transparency starting to come in, where the love has been established. Wow, what do the feminines need to know about the masculines? You've manifested this. Good job, feminines. Your masculine has been manifesting this. It's brilliant. What are the feminines dealing with? 9 of Wands, being able to put down the guard and relax, to be the feminine. The feminines are finally safe to just be the feminine. No more hypervigilant, no more worry, no more safeguarding, no more masculining up, armoring up. The feminines are finally able to disarm. Thank you, masculines, for protecting these connections and to continue to steward them, fight for them at all costs. What is the information the masculines need? This is life purpose. This is part of your influence and ambition. And what was that card early on in the reading? I don't know. I think I put it away. Nope, there it is. I'm going to bring it out again. 1 second. Power, authority, influence, ambition. This is my life purpose card. So masculines, what you need to know is this journey has been informing your life purpose. This is what's been your prerequisite study for what you're going to bring to the world. You are going to demonstrate what it is like to love a feminine, and you're going to teach so many masculines and feminines what it should look like and what it feels like. You're going to be able to say with a whole heart, this person, I love this one, and they love me. So something connected with life purpose, your calling. This is maybe what we don't see coming with those 2 King of Swords, is that there is a synergy that's about to kick off that the world hasn't seen. So how could we know? Oh, it's so beautiful. There's those holy tears again. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.